And welcome back to a brand new live stream here on Crypto Banter. I'm your host Cepryl, and today I'm gonna show you what I'm doing right now while everybody else is still panicking in this market. There's two schools of thoughts, let's say. Like some people that say, oh, we're back. They see a 3% pump into the altcoin market, into Bitcoin, and they think that we're gonna go back to 100K. And then there's all of these 4-year cycle theorists that just think that everything is gonna go to zero and that we're gonna stay at zero for the next 1 or 2 years. To me, I mean, it seems quite obvious that at least we're going to have another brutal, even leg up, I would suggest, before the end of the year or early next year, and perhaps we're going to go down after that. But regardless of if you believe in the 4-year cycle or not, regardless if you think that we're going to have an altcoin season or not, I do believe that obviously we've been extremely oversold, so there's going to be pumps in the market of some sort. It's inevitable. What comes down so much is also going to come back up. So what I'm doing is I'm still accumulating and holding a lot of my spot holdings. I'm going to go through all the main things that I've been buying and accumulating in DCA, because honestly, you can't go wrong into buying some things right now, because some of them are cheaper than what they were in 2022, 2023, or even last year. And obviously, I mean, even if we don't go 10x from here, we're still able to make some gains in the upcoming months. So in no particular order, I also have an AMA with one of the projects that I've been printing as of recently, which has been GDK. So the dev is going to be here in a bit, and we're also going to see some setups over futures trading, and I'm going to tell you pretty much what they have been up to and what I've been up to and sharing in my VIP group. So there's a lot of stuff, guys, and yeah, we're going to go through it all. But the main thing, obviously, that I've been accumulating right now and I'm still so bullish on is Kaspa. And Kaspa, I don't think it's got ever much coverage into the Crypto Banter YouTube channel. Obviously, if you're familiar with my content, you know that I've started my YouTube channel, my personal YouTube channel, which if you're not subscribed already, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your life, but it's linked down in the description below. I've started around 2 years ago my own YouTube channel, and Kaspa was the first video that I made was about Kaspa. I found Kaspa when it was 1.5 cents. I still remember that, and that's when I started buying before it went to do a 20x the year after. But the price action doesn't really matter at this stage, because at the end of the day, yeah, obviously, like, we're in crypto to make money, no shit, but it's still incredibly cheap for the potential that it can have. And also, I think that one of the main things that you need to understand in this market is that you need to really pay close attention to the things that are reacting the most when we see these 1-2% pumps in the market, into the crypto total market cap, into the world of altcoins overall. Look at the projects that are showing a lot of relative strength, the projects that are bouncing the hardest, because the projects that are going to bounce the hardest right now are probably going to be the ones that are going to perform the best over the course of the next few months. If you are still holding altcoins like Cardano, like 𝗕𝗀𝗄𝗏, all of that crap that is barely moving, even when we have a green day into the altcoin market, even when Bitcoin is going up 5%, those projects are not going to do anything. They're barely reacting. They are all news. People don't really care. Kaspa, at the end of the day, is a project that is like 3 years old now, 2 years old. It's not been around for 3 years old, by the way. It's not been around for a long time. It wasn't there when we had the big altcoin pump in November 2021, when those projects already had their altcoin season. Kaspa didn't. And this is why I think that you should really focus on to these kind of projects, especially because we are still in, I don't have the RSI in front of me, but just by looking at this, obviously we are in an incredible oversold territory. And when everything is oversold, when everything is in a state of extreme fear, you really need to focus on this kind of projects, because then when we are back into a period of greediness, obviously you buy the fear and you sell the greed. It's not rocket science. And if you just base yourself onto the kind of indicator, it doesn't matter what phase of the cycle we are, if the 4-year cycle still matters, you're still going to be able to capitalize on this opportunity and make money. Obviously, don't take this as financial advice. This is what I'm doing with my own portfolio, with my own money, and I've been very successful at it over the last few years. So Kaspa, obviously, if you see the bounce that we had in the last week, Kaspa, despite all the bearishness on how bad all these projects are doing, dude, 100, guys, like 50% up over the last week. finding another altcoin that has really been performing this well over the last week. Obviously, there's some other altcoins that I'm keeping a look at. The SUI is up like 10%, but honestly, I can't find another altcoin in my portfolio that is up so much over the last 7 days. So to me, it's just like a no-brainer. Obviously, we saw all the situation with 𝗕𝗏𝗪𝗀 𝗨𝗪𝗪, the dev of Kaspa, that was named the most influential influencers pretty much into the Binance blog. He declined an invitation to come to a party in Dubai, just as like a sort of like strike, let's call it, to just like how Binance has been listing Cabal projects, but Kaspa was not listed there yet because it's not really a Cabal project. It's a project that it's extremely fair launch. I mean, if you don't know anything about Kaspa, first of all, I would definitely recommend you guys to just go on my channel, subscribe on there, and you're going to be able to see a playlist that I'm putting together right now with all the videos that I made on Kaspa. But I made so many over the years. I've just tried to put the latest ones on there, but there's so freaking many, okay, that you're going to be able to get access. So just get on there, and you're also going to be able to see the breakdown of what happened with 𝗕𝗏𝗪𝗀 𝗨𝗪𝗪. I've talked about it actually into 24/7 Crypto Live, another Crypto Banter family channel. So check it out because I've explained the situation there. So a lot of information. Let's just give an overview for the people that don't know anything about Kaspa. Kaspa is another layer 1 project, but it's not just another layer 1 project. So the first thing that you need to understand about is that it's not a blockchain, it's a block DAG. And if you just type block DAG right here, let's see if I can find a visual representation. So a blockchain, everything is just like a sequence of blocks, right? One after the other. In the block DAG, you should see it as like this web in which from one block depart multiple blocks, and this makes it incredibly just fast, much freaking faster. Right now, with the recent Crescent update, they went to 10 blocks per second. So it's one of the faster block DAGs out there, one of the fastest crypto projects out there, and it was born as a pure means of payment project. It's not emphasizing privacy like something like Zcash could do, but this is like, see it as like an alternative for Bitcoin, just covering what Bitcoin was originally created for, okay? Like fast speed of transaction and just incredibly scalable. In fact, it's one of the only projects, probably the only project so far in the crypto space to solve the trilemma. The trilemma is decentralization, scalability, and security. There's so many crypto projects that cover one or two aspects of this trilemma, yes, but there's not a single one that actually covers 3 of them. So if we think about Bitcoin, obviously it's decentralized, I mean, arguably, it's secure, but it's not scalable, it's fast, it's expensive to transact. And then we have other stuff like Ethereum that even with layer 2s could be considered like scalable and perhaps secure. I mean, definitely secure, but it's not decentralized. That's the Ethereum Foundation. There's a big foundation that is actually making the decision, and it kind of acts like a company. Kaspa is fully decentralized, and also because it was completely fair launch. If you look at the chart, it was born with like 0. This was 0. It was not even pre-mined. Even Bitcoin was pre-mined with Satoshi Nakamoto and a lot of other miners. Like there was a lot of the supply that was pre-mined before it was readily available for people to buy through exchange or whatever the hell was available at the time. This was born as essentially 0. Okay, fair launch, no distribution to insiders, etc. And this is probably why Kaspa was seen as one of the people's crypto. Why people were so interested into this concept of Kaspa in the first place, and this is why it was just headed to the stars like back then, and why I did a 20x initially on my buy on Kaspa. So there's a lot of things to get excited for, and obviously we're still missing big exchange listings like Coinbase and Binance, and those are probably gonna be some of the main catalyst events that could happen. Binance, I'm not sure if it's gonna come at this point, but I don't see why an exchange like them should not capitalize on the opportunity of even like the trading volume that they generate for something that, I mean, at the end of the day, if you think about it, Kaspa is like number 47 for crypto market cap. So the fact that it's ranked in the top 50, I think that out of the top 50 projects, this is probably, with the exception of another maybe 1 or 2 projects, one of the only ones to not be listed on a tier 1 exchange like Binance and Coinbase to be such high into this ranking list of coin market cap into the top 50. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Anyway, Kaspa is definitely what I'm bullish on, so I would definitely encourage you to research it more. And by the way, like, just to show you that I'm not just just saying random things. Like in 2023, I was tweeting about Kaspa in 2023 when absolutely nobody knew me. When I just started even this X profile, I was tweeting like crazy about Kaspa. I made so many tweets. I was telling you, Kaspa is really gonna make you think differently about how you see crypto, etc., etc. I was saying all of these things, and obviously there's more and more milestones that Kaspa is achieving these days. So for instance, we surpassed even the nodes on the network with comparing the numbers with Litecoin, with basically 10 years less of activity. There's so many bullish things, and one of the things, and I want to conclude this conversation about Kaspa with this thing. Kaspa is really a cult at the end of the day. There's so many maxis. There's people that have their entire portfolio in Kaspa, or people that are holding Kaspa and Bitcoin and they don't hold anything else. So this is kind of like a double-edged sword, because at the end of the day, I do think that a project that has a lot of max, if you think about the community of XRP, of Cardano in the last bull cycle, like these people were freaking bonkers and about this project. But at the end of the day, we saw a parabolic pump because people were just so diamond-handed, and I think that a movement like this could equal what XRP saw last year when we saw the insane run that it did. I think that Kaspa could have a similar approach into the sense of how committed and how big the conviction really is. So this is why I consider myself an advocate of Kaspa. I'm not a maxi by any means. I hold several crypto in my portfolio, but Kaspa is probably my biggest conviction. I really wanted to bring this out there to the Crypto Banter audience, because this is what I believe in, and this is why I do believe that you're still in time to make a lot of money with Kaspa. And by the way, you would have found it at like 1 cent if you had been in my freaking private group. So if you're not in there, there's so many gems that I'm sharing in there, whether it's like an altcoin play, something for the long term, you just buy and forget about it like Kaspa, or even meme coins, or even perps. We have it all. I even have free courses that you basically get access to if you become a monthly member. You get courses on meme coins, on futures trading, on everything. There's still a Black Friday discount that it's going to be available for 1 day. Okay, it's just going to be available for 1 day, depending on when you're watching this video. If you're watching this live, it's still going to be available for not more than 48 hours, so 24 hours and something. So if you want to get access, it's going to be linked down in the description, 𝗏𝗏.com/Cepryl, and the link is, you can see it right in front of the screen, right? The promo code is Black Friday. It gives you $600 off into the yearly plan. So I hope that I'm going to see you there. So if you want to make money, if you hate money, don't join. But if you want to make money, I would definitely recommend you guys join, because you're going to be able to make these crazy gains that we've been doing over the last years that I've been running this private group. Okay, now I want to go back to some meme coins. Let's do some more degen stuff, because guys, like, this is freaking crazy. Well, everything has been pumping. Would you even believe, by looking at this chart, that we even had liquidation events? We saw Bitcoin go down of like 20%, even 30% from the all-time highs. Altcoins just being nuked to zero in some cases. Would you believe that despite all of this, I was able to call this at like 290K in market cap, and it went to 3.5 million? Like, this is freaking crazy. I did a 12x out of this call, and here I have the dev of Golden Donkey, GDK. What's up, bro? You're on the stage now.
Hey, Cepryl. Thanks for having me. And
what's up?
All good from our side. I mean, I look at the chart and I'm pretty happy. Yeah. I mean, the sell-off of 17K yesterday, that was a little shock, that was like 0.8% of the total supply. I mean, that hurts with a market cap of 3 million, but we recovered pretty fast. Yeah. So all good from my side.
Brother, let me just stop you for a second. Just by looking at this, it's up only. I even thought it was a honeypot at some point, because I was like, this thing just goes up only. Like, it just goes up on my back. And even yesterday, when I saw the big pump, and then I saw obviously this crazy candle, but it got eaten straight away. And this really shows, in my opinion, the power, the conviction that the community has. Like, how do you explain? Like it dumps and then people buy it back up immediately. It's basically unbothered by even the candle of yesterday. Crazy.
Yeah, we have the power of the buybacks from the casino.
Also,
our sponsors, we have the power of the buybacks. I mean, it's already done for this month. So the buybacks for this month has been something around 850 million tokens we bought back. And yeah, I mean, we build it up with some private contacts, you know. They believe in us, they believe in the concept, you know. So I personally, I was professional poker player for nearly 30 years. So that's where my power comes from. That's where my network is. So people know me, you know, so they invested and they're here for the long term, because we are building 6 to 9 partnerships. Yeah. So the community trusts us and the buybacks are working. Yeah. That's the power of GDK, and it doesn't stop, you know. The more casinos are coming, the more buybacks, of course. Yeah.
So you can confirm it's like 97% of the casino profits that go like into the chart.
Exactly. Every
like,
month.
this is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. And it's just the first partnership. We are building in Q1 2026. The casino team is creating a 𝗙𝗲𝗅 online casino. And of course, they're going to partner also with us, and we get a huge profit also from the net wins of the 𝗙𝗲𝗅 casino.
Wow.
that's
So
the second,
I'm actually curious about hearing how was this thing born with even this partnership with the casino? How did you guys like had this idea, and how did it come to fruition?
Oh, great question. Thanks. I love it. I personally invested in crypto in March 2017. And I was pretty late in meme coins with my own investments. So I started around 2022 to invest in meme coins. And then I saw, wow, I mean, the power of the communities, the energy, you know, like what people brings in, how community is growing, how the support, you know, how people are working together. You know, it's just a brilliant, yeah, and really lovely teamwork what they are doing. But then, of course, we all know there's the opposite of it, you know, all the scammers, the rugs, and so on. And then I thought, what the fuck, you know, sorry for the word, but why? Why you don't build like a meme coin with this community, with a great community, and put the utility on? So then the idea was born. Okay, this is where my network is in the gambling industry, and let's try to find some partners. Yeah, let's try to find some people. They are already on the market. They have a casino. Talk to them. Yeah. So I found some closed ones, which I know since 10 years and 30 years, the guys. Yeah. So I talked to them. They haven't been in crypto. And they said, wow, sounds nice, but we have no idea about crypto. I said, okay, you don't need to learn crypto. You don't need to understand crypto. You know, it's like they run it. They run their business, yeah, and we run our business. You know, so we run GDK. They run the casino business. So they thought, okay, sounds great. And then they figured out, okay, that's a perfect entry for them also, you know, from Web 2 into Web 3. Yeah. So now, and then we said, okay, they are launching every 6 months the new casino. They build it up step by step, and every 6 months, so every year, 2 more casinos, maybe 3. It always depends, you know, how it goes and so on. But, you know, they want to make every casino very stable, profitable, and then boom, the next one. Yeah. And also they are planning to run or organize like a real on-chain casino. Yeah. So, but this is a little bit, let's say, there are not many games at the moment for this kind of casinos. Yeah. So in like on-chain casinos, there are like, I think my last information was 1,154 slots are available in this market. So it's very, very young, but they are definitely ready to go. They also have the team, the devs to build it. Yeah. So we are planning really, really a lot. So we are at the beginning. You called us at 300K, I guess. Yeah. Great job.
109.
Thanks for calling.
109. I think I put a post today with the call. Let me see if I can find it. But I also saw, by the way, that you were trending even in the last 24 hours. Like, this is a good company. How do you feel about being right next to 𝗕𝗏𝗪𝗪, Brad? Like, what the hell, man?
I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. You know, we have such a great team. You know some guys of our team. Yeah. So they
Yeah,
are doing a great job, and every day we are pushing. Every day some new stuff, and yeah, I mean, we are pushing every day. You know, it's like a full-time job. What can I say?
yeah, yeah. I put a post just the other day when I think you touched 2.2, and I was like, yeah, man. And then I think I put down an update into my free Telegram. I didn't put a tweet on X, but I mean, you guys should follow my free Telegram anyway. It's down in the description as well, and it's free. So if you're not following there, I don't know what to tell you. You would have seen that. Crazy.
I can recommend you guys. To follow Cepryl. Yeah, you see how he's calling, because I entry to Kaspa at 4 cents, not at 1 cent when you called it.
Oh, nice. Were you watching my videos back then?
No, I didn't.
Really?
I entered there, I don't know, 2-3 years ago. Yeah, pretty early, but you have been earlier than me.
Yeah, I think I started buying Kaspa like May 23, something like that. Yeah, it was right before the summer. And then I started buying, and then it got listed on Bybit, and that was like the first like big pump that he had from like the 2 cents to like 4 or 5. Yeah, I remember like back then. Like it seems ages ago. Like 2 years and a half in crypto is like light years, you know. Like
exactly.
But anyway, going back to GDK. So what can people expect? Because I think that like people are going to be like, okay, now what? The chart is up only. Why should we keep buying? What can we expect over the next few months that you guys been cooking? Like, why should we think that it goes higher now? What are you guys cooking?
You saw the sell-off of 17K. You know, the community bought it up. Yeah, also we bought it up, and we're gonna support the chart 100%. Yeah, 100%, because we all know it's like having a great project, having great utility. It's one thing, but the other thing is a very healthy chart. It's very important. So of course we take care of both sides. So we are pushing. The team is working every day. We have a core team of 10 people, and yeah, I mean the partnership with Memecoin, it's running for 3 years. But of course, there is no reason that they not go longer after the 3 years. So it's the 3 years started on the October 2nd. It was our launch day. We are pushing. We are getting in the next 3 years 6 to 9 more casino partnerships, and they share a portion of their profits. Maybe it's not 97%, maybe 30%, 50%, but whatever. You know, it's like the more casinos, the more burns, yeah, and the more buybacks, and at the end, of course, the more rewards for our token stakers. So what also you can expect is, I hope that we get ready in December, maybe before Christmas. We created a game in combination with Memecoin. It's for our community, to reward our community. They don't need to invest or this and that, you know, and they can earn some points, and they can earn some points and they get rewarded, you know, in GDK tokens or in casino vouchers and stuff like that. So yeah, this is a really nice game. I'm looking forward to bring this to the market. Yeah, in Q1 2026, Golden Donkey Casino launches. We will also create our own slot, yeah, our own Golden Donkey slot.
No way, really?
Yes. So
bro, I want to play that. I want to. Maybe I can't do it really on YouTube, but maybe on Kick. I also started like a Kick account, so maybe I can do some gambling. I would love to check it out. What's it like?
Great. Yeah, let's have a talk later. And the GDK token gets also implemented in Memecoin soon. So I think in the next 2 weeks, yeah, we're gonna implement it so people can buy into the casino with the GDK token, which is huge, and of course do all other upcoming casino partnerships. Yeah. So yeah, I mean the buybacks
more and more utility into the thing. So
absolutely.
Something that differentiates you guys from other meme coins that are just like a meme. Okay, this is not just a freaking donkey, you know. Like there's much more.
Absolutely not.
This is also why I wanted to really bring you on, because just so people, first of all, like they hear a real voice behind the thing, but there's also like much more to it. There's gaming, staking, and gambling, all this sort of stuff, buybacks. And buybacks, I mean, why are people so bullish on Hyperliquid? Because there's buybacks. Like, and now bring buybacks to an actual meme coin that people can make money, especially because it's such a low market cap. I mean, we're just a few millions at the end of the day. So damn, bro, like I'm so freaking bullish. Anything that you want to add to everything that we talked about can contain my bullishness.
Yeah, I mean, you know what we are looking for is always to build the next floor. Yeah, I mean, to build the next floor, and we all also have some private investors all the time. They are pushing, you know, and build the next floor. So I mean, there shouldn't be a chance, yeah, that we break down to 2.5 million or even break under 2 million, you know. So I'm also myself super bullish. Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't have to be. I'm so bullish because I know what I have. I know what's going on, you know. Yeah, we always pushing. I mean, you know, my main idea when the idea was born, it was like many projects. They are just launching a project. They have a nice white paper, you know, and then at the end they don't deliver, you know. They just hyped it, and that's it, you know. So we did the opposite. Yeah, we did the opposite. We brought everything on. Yeah, we started with so much. Yeah, Yeah. And now, of course, I mean, it's not so easy to push, you know, to increase, find some other things. But yeah, I mean, we have a great team, you know, and everyone is very creative. We're having a great network. So we're always pushing and always find a way to increase and make it more attractive. But at the end, what counts are the buybacks. Yeah, because the buybacks is the beauty for the chart.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing is indeed like how strong you guys been holding with this market. So I can't wait to see what the market has when things actually get greener and the chart is gonna explode. Like,
oh, Cepryl, we are the whole team. The whole team can't wait. The whole team can't wait for a good
really excited, bro.
For a bullish market.
I thank you so much for being here, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to see what the chart is going to be looking like with all these bullish things in the next few weeks. So I'm sure that we're going to give an update here on Banter. And bro, thank you so much again for being here. Much appreciated.
Thank you so much, and yeah, we're going to have a talk privately because of the slots if you want. Okay.
Yeah. Bro.
All right.
Want to hear about it? All right. We'll speak soon.
All right. See you. Bye.
All right. Now, you know who, guys, I'm going to bring on stage? I'm going to bring my Quant. Quant, are you ready?
Yo, my man. How are you?
Oh, good, bro. Good, bro. As always. Damn, my Quant joined the stage. So my Quant is going to show us some charts for some setups that we're doing.
Let's talk about charts. So
I don't even know right? You guys know it. It's Plex. Go on.
Yeah. I don't think I need to introduce myself again, right? I've been like,
no, shut up. Yeah.
Let's go. So first of all, the market has been quite uncertain in this past week, right? So a lot of people were expecting long situation and short situation happen, and a lot of people were shorting and then it went long. So it's been really difficult to trade in the last week. But I mean, we've still been doing pretty good calls with profits. And what's coming next? Let's see. Starting from Bitcoin. So what I see from Bitcoin, personally, there is this trend line. I'm looking at the chart in 4 hours, and this bullish trend line could be broken. Like, I'm expecting this to be broken and to have a retest in this box. At 86, because if you see, it's a level that has been tested many times, and honestly, I don't think it has the force right now to go up and reclaim prices above 100, above 92.
Bro, I'm gonna say something. I do believe that, as I was saying before, as like I introduced the stream, obviously, I do believe that we're gonna go back to probably before we need to claim like this 95 level, then 97, 98, and then if really we want to confirm this bullishness of the cycle being back, we need to break, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think 102, 103K, like something like that is like the area to really for the break of the overall structure of the market on Bitcoin. And obviously that is gonna, like, everything is gonna follow, but at the end of the day, we're not gonna go there tomorrow. Like, we know that, like, it could take weeks, it could take like the entirety of the next quarter. So it's not necessarily a Christmas rally that we're gonna get. And also there's been a lot of factors that macroeconomics and also of holidays and festivities that have been impacting the market. So obviously there's been Thanksgiving just the other day. If you are American, I hope that you had an amazing time with your family and loved ones, obviously, but the stock market was closed. So less news, less volatility, less BlackRock dumping his bags on you. Like it's a lot of things that make things slower. The liquidity book is slimmer. Price is there's gonna be less volume. Okay, the order books are gonna be like smaller and smaller. So obviously the movements are gonna be quite unpredictable. And we saw Bitcoin breaking out of this range that I think it was a 91K or whatever it was. Like, it broke out, but then it's really not sustainable in this very moment because there's not a lot of volume in the market because the stock market was closed that day. Then we have half of the day, and obviously when the stock market is closed, there's less volume overall in crypto as well. There's less things, there's less news. So yeah, it's a lot of things. Would you agree, bro?
Absolutely. And you know, something else, something that I don't like is to lose my own money, right? So I wanted to introduce what I'm using to trade at the moment. I'm trading only on Bitfunded at the moment. I'm not using my own money. Guys, Bitfunded, I want to pull up the screen right now. I'm going to show you how it works. It's super easy. It's a prop firm. It's a prop firm where you don't need to risk your own money. Sorry?
I can see it, bro.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Yeah.
So
yeah, explain a little bit. And by the way, we're gonna have, obviously I'm using Bitfunded as well. We're using it as part of like our Discord community as well. We're sharing all of our trades that we're doing on Bitfunded. Plex and I are trading together on Bitfunded. So the link to get access to Bitfunded is going to be down in the description. But explain to our audience right now what it is and how can we take advantage of it.
So basically, Bitfunded is a prop firm, and how prop firm works is that you buy a package, you buy an account. So by the way, they also have a Black Friday promo, which is still live. So I would really advise you to take the chance of getting this offer. But let's see, for example, one of the offers. So the offer is that you buy 3 challenges and you get 3 challenges for free. And but I wanted to show you the single challenges. Just
the accent of Plex is 0x Plex. Okay, I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, he's obviously you guys know him as my business partner, my quant, and the other big caller in my Discord. The guy for perps and TA in my Discord. That's him. All right. So yeah, give him a follow, guys.
Yeah. So basically, you see there are these different packages. Let's start with the smaller one. Like, you pay $79 to have a chance to have an account of 5K. How do you do it? You basically have to cover 2 challenges, and the challenges are going to be that you need to do a certain profit with no more than like a 5% loss or 10% loss. Each challenge can be different because there are like 2 challenges or 1 challenge accounts. But what's important is that you are risking putting on the table $79 if you're a good trader. And if you follow, like your TA is working good, and if you're successful, you will pass the challenges. Once you pass the challenges, you have an account of 5K. Obviously, you can't withdraw the 5K or it would be like free money, but you can trade with those 5K. And all the profits you make on top of that 5K are going to be splitted with 80% to you and 20% to Bitfunded. This is a 5K account. But guys, you can get a 100K account for less than $100,000. Like, yeah. I'm honestly right now with this market, which is uncertain. I don't want to risk my money. I don't want to put my bags in like manipulated market. I think this is the best the best of the best that you can have to learn. And another thing, before looking at the chart itself, it's if you never traded with an account of like 100K, it's a completely different situation. It's completely different emotion to open trades with 10K. If you have like your account with $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, you have a certain feeling, a certain level of emotion when you operate on the market. But once you have a 100K account and you can open 20K, 50K positions with 5x leverage, you really understand what's going on and how you have to behave while trading. Cepryl, pull up my screen because I want to show how to open a limit order. So let's go quickly back to the chart because I want to say what I'm thinking to open. So I was looking at Ethereum. Honestly, I missed this entry. I mean, we found it with the TA, but I personally missed it. I wasn't in front of the charts at that moment. So I'm hoping that this price gets hit again. Maybe 90% will not be hit, but I'm gonna open a limit order on Bitfunded right now so you can see how you actually do it. So what we have to do, we have to open a short order with an entry at 3094.4. So this is the screen once you are trading on Bitfunded. We have like a 97K account at the moment. So
yeah, it's very similar to any sort of perps. Like, people shouldn't assume like it looks different than an exchange. It looks just a centralized exchange. Like, that's the point.
Exactly. It's as you're used to, but maybe for someone that never traded and wants to start to trade, this is the best opportunity because I forgot my entry. Because 3,000.
By the way, while you do it, bro, we have an important question. What's their payout criteria? So, as Plex was saying, depending on obviously what kind of account you buy, you're gonna have a certain budget of that portfolio. It could be 5K, it could be 100K. We bought one of 100K because we like the number, and honestly, we also know what we're doing. But if you're starting, you can also just buy cheaper ones. But with the 100K one, for instance, you need to pass 2 challenges first. The first challenge is to make 8K in profit, and the second is to make 5K in profit. I'm not sure about the exact numbers of like cheaper ones, but anyway, the point is that you need to make money with that account, passing the challenges. After you make money, and obviously you also must not lose more than a certain amount of money in a day. There's like a few caveats in there. Once you pass those 2 challenges, you're gonna have a live trading account. So you have 100K. Let's say that you make 10K profit out of 100K. You made 10K, okay? So 80% of the profit, so 8K in this case, are gonna go to you, and 20, they're gonna go to Bitfunded. But you basically, like, without risking your own money, you can make as much money as you can possibly make. If you are a good trader, if you start developing yourself, developing your skills as a good trader, 80% of your profits are yours. So you pass those 2 challenges, and after you're live, all of your profits, you take a big cut, 80% of those profits. So this is why I really encourage you guys to check it out, especially if you're new, or even if you're experienced and you think that you can actually make money, and perhaps you don't have, perhaps you don't have access to such a large portfolio, but you still can act like you have it and just bank on those profits. Like, to me, it's just a no-brainer.
Absolutely. So I want to place an order, obviously limit order, price, where the trigger is going to be hit, amount, let's put 10K on this, 5x leverage, always isolated. I trade only with isolated. I don't like cross orders because I may be not in front of the chart.
Cross leverage. Yeah.
And then sell. Confirm. Makes this funny noise.
Also, if I can give a piece of advice to the audience, never do market orders. Always do limits, because obviously if you do a market order, first of all, you pay higher fees because there's a maker and a taker fee, and obviously you pay the higher one if you do a market order. And also, depending on the liquidity of the pair, you could have a lot of slippage. So for instance, if you're trading something that has very low volume at the market, and the order book is quite slim, especially this is the case, not so much with something like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana, but if it's something that is like 100K volume per day. Like obviously there's going to be a lot of slippage because there's not enough liquidity in the order book to basically accomplish your order at that specific price that you see. It's going to just go and grab it from the liquidity that is there. So there's going to be a lot of slippage, plus you're going to pay for the taker fee. Whereas if you do the limit order, the price is going to be exactly that one, no strings attached, and it's going to be a maker fee that is going to be much lower. So definitely.
I see a question. What is the highest leverage on it? It's 5x. 5x is the max leverage. But believe me, once you have a 100K account, 5x is pretty good leverage. You're gonna, if you're not experienced, you're gonna see like going up and down of thousands of dollars really quick, really quick. So I think it's a fair leverage for a prop firm. And again, I personally am using only this to trade at the moment. We're gonna pass the challenge, and then we're gonna use only this. Why would I risk my own money? I can use prop firm money? So okay, let's go back to the chart. What do you think, Cepryl?
Oh, let's go. Yeah, let's look at the charts.
So this is
I think it's going down. It's going down.
This is all liquidity to eat. So let's eat this liquidity. BTC again, I personally think it's gonna go down. My entry would be around 92,944 because you saw it's been tested a couple of times, and we are looking at the chart in 4 hours. So keep an eye on it. Let's go quickly to Solana. Solana again.
My wife says hello. Bro, is this easy for my wife to use? Yeah, I mean, I think that even my wife can use it. I would, bro, if you're a good husband, I would definitely get a package for your wife so she can get started with trading. And
also Christmas is coming, bro. Like Christmas is coming.
Christmas is coming, and bro, and there's still the Black Friday offer until tomorrow. I think tomorrow is the last day for Black Friday, right? So yeah, you don't have much time left, brother. So yeah, like that's 50% off. So for instance, you buy 3 packages, you got 3 free. It's pretty crazy, man.
Exactly, because I mean, if you don't pass the challenge, worst case, you just lose like what, the $70 fee for a 5K account. Is that the risk? That's not a risk to learn. It's an education system. It's the way to learn how to trade, because it gives you also the emotions of dealing with a big account. So yeah, Solana, same. We're gonna go down. This is what I feel. This price level that I was looking has been broken. The trend line has been broken by the body of the candle, as you can see. So of course we're gonna go down inside this box and then hopefully bounce back.
I think we might even go down to like a double bottom at the very early levels and then go back up. But I do believe that we are gonna. I would say it's quite important to see the monthly close tomorrow. So maybe we go down and then tomorrow, like end of day, we go back up. I don't know, but I do believe that the first 1 or 2 weeks of December are going to be quite bullish. And also, bro, there's the rate cut decision. I think, I don't remember the date on top of my head, but I think it's like in the first half of December. Then we're going to see if the Fed actually drops another rate cut that could trigger a run, but it's also a quite sticky situation, because at the end of the day, we also saw 2 major sell-offs right before a bullish decision on rate cuts on the past couple of times. So there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. That's for certain. It's uncertainty for certain. I mean, it's really hard. It's really hard for us to even say we're gonna go higher, we're gonna go lower. At the end of the day, just guys, take everything with a pinch of salt. What we're saying, what everybody else is saying on YouTube, nobody knows the secret recipe. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. Like only the big institutions, the people that actually make the money, which is not Plex and I, like the people that actually move the money and decide where the market goes, they only know what's gonna happen. Like we don't. We can only guesstimate and just look at the probability and have also hopefully some luck on our side. And just try to print. But there's always going to be opportunities to print in the market and to make money, whether the market is bullish or bearish. Like imagine, obviously, with all this big money that we're doing on perp. So Bitfunded is definitely a good place to start. And obviously, my own trades, I'm also using Bitunix. This is the only centralized exchange that I'm using at this very moment. And we have a major offer for all you guys, viewers of Crypto Banter. So you can get up to $10,000 for free if you sign up to Bitunix, the best centralized exchange. You don't even need your passport. You don't need to KYC. You can use it from the United States. I know that a lot of my following is US based. You can deposit even 100K and you get 10K for free. That is like, I can guarantee you that is like the easiest 10K that you're ever going to do in your life. You just deposit 100K, you trade over 3 million, which is really easy. If you deposit 100K, you get 10K. And even if you want to deposit a much lower quantity of money, you still get free money. So for 10K, you get 1K free, etc., etc. So if you don't do it, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like this is, obviously, I'm doing a lot of trading on Bitfunded, but for my centralized exchange trading, everything I'm doing right now on Bitunix. So all the links for all my referrals are going to be down in the description of this video, as always. Like everybody is down there, okay? So obviously, Terminal for meme coins, Bitunix for centralized exchange, Bitfunder for my funded account, and all of my links. Obviously, if you don't follow me, you probably should by now, given that I've been hosting Banter for a couple months now. But if you don't, just go on there, right? I also have a free Telegram and a private Discord that the offer for Black Friday is running out. So again, it's the last time that I tell you guys. Okay. Now, bro, let's be clear. Like, obviously, we were talking about my portfolio earlier. I've talked about Kaspa extensively because I have a lot of conviction on. I know that we are both really bullish on Hyperliquid, and we're both holding Hyperliquid in our spot portfolio. There's also been something very interesting that we've been investigating a little bit earlier and discussing. That is obviously what is happening with the token unlocks. First of all, happy birthday Hyperliquid, because it's 1 year old. But we saw some interesting tweets. You want to share like a couple that you have?
Yeah,
I had some.
First tweet I want to share is the 1 year old Hyperliquid, and the numbers that have been shared are crazy, man. Like, I can't think of other companies that in just 1 year like managed to have plus $660 million in revenue. Like, guys, think of the Web2 world. There's no company in the Web2 world that can achieve that. And in 1 year to do this number of revenues, 1.2 million users and $3.35 trillion in volume executed. Those are crazy numbers. So congratulations to the Hyperliquid team. I'm a big fan, and I also like the platform. So regarding the unlock, this has been, correct me if I'm wrong, the biggest airdrop of tokens that has ever been done, right? And
yeah, so I think, I'm not sure how many they staked, but I saw that they had already staked like 30%.
I was worried because, look, when airdrop happens and unlock happens, dump happens. Like, that's something that we have been like witness of happening so many times. I've seen that so many times in a lot of ecosystem. When there is an airdrop, bam, everybody sells. When there is an unlock, everybody sells. But let me pull up the chart of Hyperliquid. Like, there has been this, and look at the chart. Look at this. It's not moving. This shows to me that the commitment of the team is to stake again. In fact, what I can see, like from this tweet, for example, 854K hype seems this guy's portion was directly staked, and only one hype was like sold or whatever. So I'm really bullish, and I really like their buyback model and how the community and how the team is working on this project. So congratulations again, and I'm holding Hyperliquid. I'm really bullish on what's gonna come next.
Yeah. So we have a question, by the way, here on how do funding rates affect long or short position on the platform. I'm not sure. You want to take this?
How do funding rates affect long or short positions? Funding rates? What do you mean with funding rates?
Funding rates is like the negative, positive. But I think it's not any different from any centralized exchange platform, brother. Like I don't think it just works as a simulation of a centralized exchange. So anything that happens on an exchange like Bybit, like it basically happens in there. So there's no separation, like the funding rate or the maker and taker. Like it's gonna be just a regular standard of a centralized exchange. So don't think that you're using like a platform that is different. It's just a simulation. That's what a prop firm does. It simulates what would happen on a centralized exchange if you had like 100K to put on or whatever amount of money that you're putting. Okay, so don't think it's anything different.
Exactly.
Also, bro, Plex, by the way, is also a team member of RIV. Okay, RIV, they're launching a project called RIV Coin that, in my opinion, I'm extremely bullish on, especially because I've been researching a lot of utility projects. Because obviously, you guys know me as a meme coin guy. I've been big vision in the space. I've made over 7 figures with meme coins. But at the end of the day, meme coins are extremely dead right now. I'm not even trading meme coins. I'm focusing on perps right now. And with trading, I'm focusing on obviously with investing, sorry, I'm focusing on projects that actually have utility, that are building in periods that are extremely bearish right now. Because obviously when the market is gonna come back up, those are the projects that are really gonna just skyrocket. And this one is not live yet. Plex is one of the team members, and this is also why I want him to be there for every single live stream to just talk to you guys about the project. Obviously, full disclosure, this is a sponsor of the channel and on today's video. Guys, I'm extremely bullish on this. I've been in contact with the guys. I met them in real life. That they're fully doxed. A lot of them are actually Italian, just like myself, and Plex as well. He's Italian as well. So guys, a lot of good things. So why don't you give like an overall intro for the people that missed the previous live stream, keeping it very short, and also what they're cooking at the moment.
Of course. Yeah, as you said, I've been part of the RIV team for almost 2 years now. And I was in the team since the start of when we started to build the wallet, we started to build the coin, we started to build the chain, we started to build all the ecosystem that now is what creates RIV. We were able to build an amazing community. I see a lot of support also in the chat. And so shout out to all the community members of RIV. And yeah, what's RIV building? RIV is building an asset-backed cryptocurrency. And this is something that's pretty revolutionary, because you have the chance to buy a coin which has money backing its intrinsic value. That, if you think about it, is like the gold standard, right? Before Bretton Woods. And what's the most important thing for a coin is the intrinsic value. Because if the value is only based on hype or trends, or like some KOLs calling it, that can be a good hype, but it won't last long. Whilst if you create real money backing the value of a coin, I mean, the worst case situation is that you're going to get your money back. You're going to get the money back at the intrinsic value. So as Cepryl said, all the team is fully doxed. We do regular AMAs. If you join our community, which I really advise, you have all the support of the team members. Whatever question comes up, drop your questions. We are going to do a lot of AMAs. We do a lot of giveaways also. So we've been giving away more than $14,000 in the last 7 months to the community members. 14K only to the community members.
And it's all proven, by the way. Like, you guys can verify this on the blockchain. Like, it's not just bullshit. Like,
it's all doxed.
Everything's doxed, guys. Everything's doxed.
So this, first of all, and we are gonna do a lot of other giveaways, a lot of initiatives. I saw a lot of people like interested in this collab with Banter. So we are gonna give a chance also to people to start to work and create content, clip our videos, help us in the community. And this is something that is gonna launch hopefully next week. But let's check out the RIV Coin website. Just give me a minute. Let me pull it up real quick.
By the way, while you put it up, we have a question. Other than hyperliquid altcoins, so Ellen, obviously I've talked about Kaspa quite extensively at the beginning of the video. That is like I would say my main position even right now among altcoins. And obviously I didn't talk about it too much right now, but even 𝗀𝗲 is showing a lot of strength. So maybe after this integration we can actually talk about the 𝗀𝗲 chart a little bit. Like, the 𝗙𝗲 is kind of like exploding again recently, and it's showing a lot of strength. Kaspa is definitely being the strongest chart. I predict it is super strong. And then I'm personally holding 𝗙𝗍, and also pump, a little bit of pump, because obviously if Solana pumps, you also want to buy Solana ecosystem projects, kind of like a leverage play. So that is what I would say. Okay. Yeah, bro, go ahead. Sorry, I see that you loaded the website now.
Yeah. So from the website, if you scroll a bit down, you can see this part where I think the most important thing, apart the 50K community members that we were able to pull up in 7 months, which I think is amazing, is the average APR. What's the average APR? So once you will buy your RIV coin, you will be able to stake your RIV coins in the RIV chain, and this staking will give you access to a 20% average APR. So it's going to be around 18%, like for sure. So I mean, you buy your coins. We are gonna do a pre-sale, which is gonna be announced very soon. You buy your coins at a discount price, you stake them, and you start making rewards. Once we list it, you're making money, and you are buying something, as I said, which is asset backed. But last thing I want to add is something that you introduced, Cepryl, with the utility part. So RIV chain is not just a token, a speculative token, right? Because we talked about the speculative part of the token. I buy a token because I hope it goes up and I'm going to make money on it. But RIV chain also implements different technologies. For example, it's one of the first quantum resistant blockchains that has been built.
Huge.
Second, we implement zero knowledge proof. So zero knowledge proof allows us to show to the world publicly that we have the reserves backing the intrinsic value of the coin without disclosing exactly where they are invested, obviously, because the strategies are ours and we can't show the world our strategies. And I think this is very bullish. But on top of that, we have the chance of build verifiable applications, and verifiable applications allow any chain, any project to connect to the RIV chain and use the RIV chain to verify their transactions. One example that comes to my mind, online, we were talking about casinos. Imagine an online casino that wants to verify every single match that a player does, because they don't want to have problems, right? The player could say, oh, I played this and I won and you didn't give me the money. While if everything is verified on a blockchain, which as we know is immutable, they solve a problem. So also the utility part is there. They're building a lot. We're building tokenization platforms. We're building KYC modules to implement in banks and in big companies. So a lot of things are coming. So make sure you follow RIV, join RIV, join the community. It's so easy to like be part of it and to win money. Just join the whitelist and get a free airdrop, guys. So this is all for RIV.
Again?
The website is riv-coin.com. riv-coin.com. Just write RIV Coin on Google, you're gonna find it.
Right, riv-coin.com. Okay, or just type RIV on X and you're gonna be able to find it. Okay, people are asking, by the way, about meme coins. Like, guys, I'm not trading meme coins at the moment because the trenches are dead. There's no volume. It's just like a dead space right now. Meme coins, if there's one thing that we've learned in the space of meme coins, is that meme coins always come back. Okay, they're gonna come back. This is not the time. They're going to come back. The volume is going to come back up, especially Solana. There's the Solana Breakpoint conference, by the way, in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, precisely, in 10 days. And both Plex and I are going to be there. So let us know if you guys are coming. If Solana make a big announcement about, you know, the ecosystem, and I think that there's going to be big catalyst events for all the Solana ecosystem projects. So this could be the token of Pump, and obviously Pump Fund as an ecosystem. Could be Jupiter, could be Swap, or lending and borrowing protocols, whatever. As long as it's on Solana, if the Solana price pumps, if the Solana ecosystem projects pump as a result, then there's going to be a lot of volume into Solana. If Solana has a lot of volume, the volume goes into the trenches, and meme coins get a revival, and the same for also chains like Ethereum or whatever, because everybody's like excited about meme coins. And rest assured, there's going to make a lot of things just like exciting again in the space. So that is what I want to say with just forget about WIF. It's utter trash. It represented a movement at the beginning. Now there is absolutely no need for holding something like that. Don't hold dinosaur coins. Don't, if you think that something doesn't come back up, just don't buy it, bro, because you're not going to do anything with it. Okay, so this doesn't just go with WIF, but it goes to all these dinosaur meme coins. Probably unless they are something like Pepe or even Doge. Like, yeah, sure, but dogs that are completely, you know, with no volume, etc. Like, why would you hold them? Why would you hold them? Okay, Plex, anything else to add? What trade do we have open right now? We're still looking for.
I'm waiting for some good entries. You know my style. You know I prefer swing. So if the price doesn't reach my entry, I'm not opening. And as the guys in the Discord see, we do a lot of sniper entries. So like, I don't trade like just to have fun. I trade to make money. And so at the moment, I don't have anything open as of this precise moment. But of course, if you're in the private Discord, you get all of our calls. So what are you doing?
And if you're not in there, what the fuck you doing? Especially because there's a Black Friday offer until tomorrow. So I mean, like, if you miss it, it's gone. Like, I never discount my group because I know the value. I know what kind of entries and what kind of alpha I also bring with meme coins and everything. So I never discount it. I'm just trying this Black Friday thing. If you guys don't take it, it's gone tomorrow. So whatever, we're still gonna keep making money with or without you. So I would advise you guys to check it out and then see if you like it. But again, obviously the choice is yours. Okay, guys, I thank you so much for watching this video, spending some of your Saturday with us. Thank you, Plex, obviously, for being here. Thank you for obviously all the guests of today. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Take care.